This for my baby. Gxlden.Chvld.
What's up, guys? It's Girl the Golden Child, and we're back with another video. And this is a different type of video than what I'm normally doing. I mean, I've talked about my hardships before, but this is kind of like going deep into my hardships. So I do suffer with depression, and maybe something someone might ask is, have I been like formally diagnosed? I haven't been formally diagnosed. Like, my doctor has like told my mom and I, like, at a physical like a few years back, that like I'm showing signs of depression. But anyone who knows Caribbean parents, depression isn't really like a valid or like just an actual thing at all. So it was just like brushed off. I knew that I had depression because I had just seen people who had it, and then I was able to like identify similarities in their behaviors, their feelings. Like, I was able to like realize that like this thing that I felt was wrong with me, it had a name, and I was able to like realize that I do have it. And I want to say my depression started in like maybe my freshman year of high school. Like, freshman year was when a lot of things changed, just like for anybody. Like, you're at a new school with all these new people, and just a lot was going on. Like, my confidence was tested in just many ways. Maybe I can make a separate video about high school and like its impact on me, but I was faced with having to come to terms with myself, coming to terms with the fact that not everybody is going to like you. Like, I was a very sheltered child. Besides going to a private school, just my parents just didn't like tell me a lot. Like, I was pretty much raised on my own. Like, not to say my parents didn't like support me financially, but like in regards to like knowledge, like life skills, like such things as that, I was pretty much on my own. So high school was like major culture shock. And then like my first love, like that can be another video too, but just like meeting him. And even though like I'm saying he's my first love, he was like a very toxic person actually, and I met him freshman year, and that was also like, also played a factor in my depression and like stuff kind of being turned upside down. But yeah, my whole life is just like a Lifetime movie. It's like a lot of like bumps in the road and stuff like that, just like the next person. But ideally, just talking about my depression, it's like I wanted like, hopefully this video could inspire someone, or like give them like ways to cope, or just I hope someone gets something out of this video, because I had the urge to like talk about it. And maybe someone's going to see this video and be like, oh, I wouldn't have guessed she had depression, because she just seems like this happy person. Like, anyone who knows me, I'm just like a really happy, like laid back person. Like, well, I have different personalities, but sometimes I'm like really loud and like rambunctious. Sometimes I'm just like calm and like and happy. But overall, I just appear to be a very happy person to most people, and I am a happy person. I have a lot to be happy about. But it's like, for me, my depression is just very sporadic, and it's annoying because I could be like totally fine, and then like the next minute I could be at rock bottom. It doesn't happen often, thankfully, but those times it does happen. It's like, I wish there was something I could do to stop it, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'm also someone who overthinks severely. I overthink severely, and I get upset like so easily. Like, sometimes people just do things to make me upset. Like, people just do dumb things, but like I've caught myself just getting upset over stupid things, and that's something I personally have to work on. But that also doesn't help my depression, because small things can just like set me off. I'm also someone who is not the best at forgiving, unfortunately. Like, again, I'm human, I'm working on it, but I can hold grudges, and that also um, weighs heavily on my depression also, because I overthink about all these bad things happening to me, and I just think myself into a bad mood. Like, it could be a perfectly great day, but I just get bored, and if I get bored, I start to like thinking about something, and I start thinking about something that happened a long time ago, and I get upset and revisit those emotions, and it just tends to be like a very bad cycle. Also, like another thing, I feel like not everyone's depression is the same. Well, actually, no one's depression is the same. We all go through like symptoms and like different like frequencies, and yeah, just like things such as that. Like for me, it was never that like for example in high school dealing with my depression. Of course, like for the most part, no high schooler wants to go to school, but I didn't have a difficulty like getting up and going to school or like having motivation to like do things as that. It would be just more disappointment in myself and feeling like I'm not good enough. Me feeling that way because people make me feel that way, as well as like my own lack of self-confidence. Like I've had to gain a lot of self-confidence on my own entering college. Like just every like major checkpoint in life has hit me very hard. High school, college, I've gone through a lot of changes along the way, and I'm kind of all over the place with this video actually, but yeah, having depression hasn't necessarily hindered me as much as it could have. Like I thank my boyfriend, to be honest, because in this like these days he's been like helping me a lot, like staying sane. Like I don't have many friends either. Like I have some friends, but another problem with me is I often feel like I'm bothering people. Like there are some people I could reach out to them a lot more, but it's just in the back of my head I feel like I'm bothering them or like they don't want to talk to me. Whereas Gavin is my boyfriend, so it's like he's forced to deal with me regardless. But yeah, some things are on me. It's not to say that like, oh, maybe I'm causing my own depression. Like no, I have actual issues, and depression isn't picky at all. It can happen to anybody. But yeah, as I was saying, being depressed, like I've been able to overcome it for the most part. It's just like random spells. Like for the most part, I'm normally fine. Sometimes I forget I even have depression because there are just like so many long periods of just like things going well and everything's okay. And I'm like, maybe my depression is over. But I don't think depression actually like goes away. You just like get better. You just get better at like handling it, and life starts turning good for you. Another unfortunate thing for me is like stuff can be good for a long time, but it's like as soon as one bad thing happens, like set me back, I kind of bring myself all the way back to square one. And yeah, just a part of me dealing with my depression is being honest with myself and what I have to fix. Like being in denial isn't gonna fix these issues. Another reason I've come so far with it is like I'm addressing my own issues. I'm adjusting how I react to certain situations. For me, I feel like something that would worsen my depression is me getting myself into a bad situation because I was trying to do something to make me feel better. Like, I don't know if I can like explain this in a way where it's not confusing. Sometimes stuff makes sense in my head. It doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Basically you can't undo what you do in anger. So, yeah, some things you may do make you like feel really good in the moment and whatnot, like getting revenge on someone. But for me, where depression plays into that, when you receive the repercussions of those actions, it can put you in a deeper depression because if you're secure in yourself, you wouldn't have to seek that revenge and you could have just moved on with things. So, like having depression also, it plays into like every aspect of your life. Like I have to think oftentimes how I can be a better person and go about things in a better way to keep my own sanity. Because there have been like several times I wanted to like do something to someone. Like in my heart, I'm a spiteful person. It kind of is what it is. I gotta work on it. But I refrain from doing lots of things that I could have done to hurt someone because they hurt me and it would make me feel better in that moment. But in the long run, it's not in my heart to be nasty to people, even if they're nasty to me. And I better myself in my depression by just making sure I put myself in a position to receive good karma, because I do also believe in karma. Just taking care of yourself in general, well, taking care of myself in general for me has like helped me get better with my depression, taking care of my actions and how I deal with things. But also another part of taking care of myself that like helped with my depression is going to the gym. That helped a lot. I don't really go to the gym as much because I have 2 jobs right now, but also having the 2 jobs helps with my depression. Because for me, I like to be distracted. Like, of course, working is good because you get money, But most of the reason I work so much is because I can't overthink. Like, it's just like I said, I overthink. So if I'm at work, I'm focused on work and doing the best I can at work. Like, work is kind of like a game for me. I'm playing the game. I'm doing what I have to do at work, putting my like whole mind into it, and my mind is away from my actual issues. Of course, I have to go home to my actual issues, but those hours, like, how many hours? Like, I'm working my jobs like in one day. It's normally like 12 hours in total I'm working, so that's like almost like, well, not a whole day. That's like most of the day of me not worrying about any of my own like personal issues, and things are really good right now. I just wanted to give you an overview of like of what I'm saying and what's in my head right now, because this was just random. I'm like, should I do this video now? I feel like doing it now. But having depression. Oh, something else random. I would not ever consider taking pills because I've seen people get addicted to all kinds of pills, and I just don't want to put myself in a position where I'm dependent on a medicine to like feel happy or like feel myself. I feel as though the real remedy for depression is taking care of yourself and bettering yourself, because you have that within yourself. You don't need to seek, actually no, I was gonna say you don't need to seek an outside force, but there's no reason, well, no, there's nothing wrong with seeking therapy for your depression. That's like perfectly fine. I've thought about therapy myself. I might partake in it in the future, but I don't agree with taking pills because like I just don't like to take medicine at all for the most part. If I don't really need to, I won't, because you guys see commercials, there's all kinds of like side effects of medicine, and there's just all kinds of like bad stuff in it. Like natural stuff, I feel as though it's fine, but like taking pills with all kinds of side effects, next thing you know, like you feel less depressed or something, but you're just gaining weight. So it's like the pills just, I don't feel as though they're worth the potential risk of taking them. But that's just me. Like if that works for someone else, that's fine. But for me, I've just been trying to take my depression day by day. And yeah, things are going right now. Like things could be a lot worse. To be honest, if I didn't have Gavin, I'd be in like a way worse place, because he keeps me grounded. Like to be honest, I like to have at least one person I can talk to all the time. Sometimes I've wondered if that's the reason like I can't maintain the best friendships. Like in the back of my head, to be honest, it's probably bad. I know it's bad. I feel like if they don't want to talk to me all the time, then like they probably don't want to talk to me at all, because I'm just that friend. Like I can go a while without talking to someone and we just bounce back and like things are like they haven't ever changed. But like in regards to like really close friends, I like talking all the time. I'm a really attached person. It's probably annoying, but Gavin doesn't mind it, obviously. But yeah, I didn't think I'd be like pretty much spilling to y'all all my like personality flaws in this video, but that's just kind of how it went down. I'm being honest with myself as well as you guys, and I would say that's something that you guys have to do also in regards to your depression and everything, because yeah, you have to take care of yourself. And I feel as though I keep saying cure. I wonder, okay, if I said cure, I meant like medicate your own depression. Medicate is the right word I was trying to say. You can do that by just taking care of yourself, going to the gym, reading books, hanging around the right people, like looking for a new job. There's like so many sources of depression. And yeah, it's very specific to every person. I am kind of everywhere in this video, but hopefully I said some helpful things and someone like felt better like reading this. I mean, someone felt better seeing this. I'm really tired, guys, and you guys can probably hear my voice is like scratchy because it's late at night and I gotta go to bed because I have work really early. But something else that has helped me with my depression is listening to like uplifting music, like just like music that makes me feel good, like women empowerment music, like some Sierra, some Beyonce, just something to make me like feel like I can do anything. That helps too. But this video was kind of random. Next time I will maybe try to give you guys a more organized, like what to do if you have depression, just like anything you guys like want about depression, or if you want me to do a video about something totally different, you could comment that too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you guys keep playing and slaying, and subscribe to become one of my golden stars, and peace out.